Hello everyone, welcome to Skills for Chasers. In this video, we will be understanding the concept of joins. See, joins is something which is a very important topic from the point of view of data. Now, this is a concept that you will be using in almost every data science related tool. Whether you are working with SQL, you are working with Power BI, Tableau, Python, any of the tool you pick it up, join is a concept which will always come in front of you. Now, the reason why join is such an important topic is because joins are something which helps you to connect multiple data sets together. And in every business problem, you will always be dealing with multiple data sets. And you will have to understand that how you can connect those multiple data sets together and bring the desired data in the outcome. And for that reason, we have multiple joins that are available. So we have like inner join, left join, right join, full join. So in this video over here, we will be understanding all these different type of joins in the easiest possible manner. So let's jump onto the screen and see it up. Let's suppose we have two data sets. In first data set, we have ID and name. The name is A, B, C, and D. In another data set, I have ID and age. Now, if we have these two data sets with us, now let's suppose these are two different data sets. In one of the data set, I just have the ID and name. And in second data set, I just have ID and age. Now, if someone asks me, what is the age of A? So I will match his ID and I will say, okay, A's ID is 1. So his age is 21. If someone asks me, what is the age of C? So I will say, okay, C's ID is 3 and his age is 23. But if someone asks me, what is the age of D? Now I see over here, the ID of D is 4, whereas 4 is not present in this list over here. So technically, I don't have the information of 4. And likewise, if I want to understand what is the name of that person whose ID is 5, so I can see over here, we don't have that information. We don't have the ID 5 over here. So I can't tell what is the name of that person whose ID is 5. So in order to combine these two data sets, the first thing is we need to have something in common, and that we can see over here is that is ID. Now, please remember, whenever you make the joins, now in joins, you need to have at least one common column based on which the values are supposed to be connected. If you don't have any column, you can't create the join over here. Now, first of all, we will talk about inner join. Now, everyone, join is something you will find it very much similar to a topic that you all would have studied in your high school, which was the topic of set. So if you all remember the Venn diagrams that we all used to study, it's something related to that, and output that we see over here is also coming based on the concept of Venn diagrams. Now, if you make an inner join, so in inner join, what happens is it gives the common data between the two tables based on the common field. So if you see over here, 123 ID and 123 ID is something which is common between the two tables. So if I create an inner join, it will give the common data between the tables. So now what will happen is, if I join these two tables, my output is something which is going to look like this. ID 123, ID 123. So basically, this is the final output that I will get if I create an inner join. Now, when you are making the join, so you can see the join as match the following. So what will happen is the table over here will search for the matching partner over here. It will say, okay, 1, and I find the one over here. It gets combined with this. Likewise, it will find 2 and 3. Now, when it comes to 4, it will say, okay, 4, it will try to search it in this table. Since 4 is not there, that will not come in the output. Now, if you see on your screen, you can assume this as your left table, right? As you can see, this table is lying on the left-hand side and the other table is lying on the right-hand side. We can say this is the left table and this is the right table. In case if you make a left join, now left join is something which will give you complete data from the left table and matching data from the right table. So that means you will get each and everything from this left table. Now, if I see over here 1, 2, 3, they have the matching data in the right table. So that means 1, 2, 3 will line up over here exactly the same way. But 4 is not present. So the 4 will come as null. Now, null over here means that this data is not present in the second table. So we don't have that information over here for the ID number 4. If you make a right join, so right join is something, it will give the complete data from the right table and matching data from the left table. So that means how the output will look like. So you will get everything from here. You get complete data from the right table. Now when it comes to left table, you will only get the data of 1, 2, and 3. So now in this case, this will become null over here. Because the data of 5 is not present, so this information becomes null for the left table now. If you make a full join, now full join means you get complete data from both the tables. That means you will get every ID present in table 1 and every ID present in table 2. So wherever the data is matching, they will come next to each other, and the non-matching information will become null as we saw in the left and the right table. So if I make a full join, so your output will be something like this. Now for 1, 2, 3, we have the matching data. So 1, 2, 3 will come as it is after this. Now 4 is not there. 4 will become null over here in this table. And 5 is present in this table. The age of 5 is 24, but this is not present in the left table. So it becomes null over here. So that is how a full join is something which is created. Now, technically, if you will ask me, full join is something which we use very rarely. And all the joins that we have discussed right now, this is something which is dependent on the logic of the data, how you want to see the final output. So if you will ask me, okay, how do we decide which join to use? Definitely there is no direct answer for that, because that will totally depend upon the kind of data you have. And after combining the data, how do you want to see the final outcome? Like for example, I am saying I sold some orders. So I have the order IDs. I sold order 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And for every order, I have some sales value. So for order 1, the sales value was 100, 120, 150, 180, 200. Now, like, we all would have ordered something on Amazon, Flipkart, etc. And many times it happens, we don't like the order. And what we do is we return that order. So I have this information over here, order ID. These are those order IDs which were returned. So I'm seeing order number 3 and order number 5 was returned. And there is some column like status. Yes, that these orders have been returned. So they're like the full and final settlement has happened. So these orders are finally returned. Now, if my boss says that, okay, Amit, I want to have a complete analysis of the orders that were returned. Now, my boss is only interested in those orders which were returned. So if I want to combine these two tables now, so in that particular case, I will be using a inner join. Because all the order IDs present over here, they are also present over here. Because now I understand logically, I cannot have any order ID present in this because which is not present in the first table. Why? I can only return that order which has been sold. So that's why that possibility is not there. So if I make an inner join, my output is something which is going to look like this. I will get the data of 3 and I will get the data of 5, and 3 and 5 will come from here as well. So now in this particular case, I can make an inner join also, or I can make a right join. Because what does right join do? It gives complete data from the right table and matching data from the left table. So I will get this as an output if I make a right join. So if you see right now, in both the cases, my output is same. So there can be multiple scenarios where the same output can be achieved by more than one join type as well. Let's take another scenario. I am saying I have the data of some students and their ID and name is given to me. 1, 2, 3. And their name is Sam, Jack, Leo. Now in the other table, I have the information of the subjects for which they have enrolled. So I am saying the person whose ID is 1 has enrolled for Excel and SQL. The person whose ID is 2 has enrolled for Excel, Python. And the person whose ID is 3 has enrolled only for Python. Now, if I have these two tables, now by looking at these two tables only, I have my direct answer. Like if someone asks me, how many subjects Sam is studying? So my answer would be 2, Excel and SQL. Someone asks me, how many subjects Leo is studying? Answer will be 1, Python. So if I join these two tables now, so what will happen? This one will get combined with both these ones over here, because now one has two matching partners in the second table. Likewise, this 2 will get combined with the other 2 over the 2 that we have in this. And similarly, this 3 Leo is going to get combined with this particular 3 record. So what will be my output? So my output, final output is going to look like this. So I will have the information of subjects and for Jack as well. We can actually copy this complete table. So my output is going to look like this and this. If you now try to understand, because in this particular case, IDs are same in both the tables, 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2, 3 here. So that means now in this particular scenario, whatever join you make, left, right, inner, full, you will actually get the same output. Now, let's suppose this data is given to me, the same data over here. We have ID and the name. Now, let's suppose I am saying the ID 1 is given 2 times. The one, his name is Tom. Now, although it is not possible, 2 people cannot have the same ID, but say suppose I have this scenario right now over here. Now, the thing that is going to happen over here is this one Sam will get combined with these 2 records. Also, what will happen is this one Tom, this will also get combined with these 2 records. So your final output is going to be what we got above. That data will come as it is. But a change that is going to happen in that output is because there is one Tom as well. Now, we can't tell by looking at the data also that, which one is correct entry. So my assumption is Sam is also studying Excel and SQL. Tom is also studying Excel and SQL. So for that reason, this record where, we have one Tom is going to get combined with both these records as well. So my final output is going to look like this. And this record is going to come again. So that's how your joins are going to work, and you will get your output in this particular case. Now we'll talk about one more last scenario to make our foundation of joins super strong. Suppose I have 2 tables with me. In both the tables, I have IDs only. In this ID 1 and 1 is given to me, and 1, 1 and 1. Now this table has ID 1 present 2 times. This table has ID 1 present 3 times. So what will happen if I make a join? What output can I expect? So what will happen is this one will get combined with all the three ones. Then this particular one will also get combined with all the three ones. So technically your output is going to be ID, ID, and you will get 1, 1 coming up 6 times now. So please remember, joins follow a concept of Cartesian product. If ID is present once over here, 1 into 1, 1 record. If it is present 2 times here and 3 times here, 2 multiplied by 3, 6. So you get 6 entries for that particular ID. So that's how the joins work. I hope you all would have understood this concept of joins. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you, everyone.